keep it here. The action table. Rigby, ace 7 of clubs against the ace deuce of spades of Sachs.
Rigby has really been hemorrhaging chips. Sachs very unpredictable. We saw the eye shove at him last time. What does he come with here? Has a gutter ball.
Is the pre-flop aggressor, so certainly a board that he can easily rep, but decides to check back.
Oh.
Gets there. Oh no.
The tables have really turned for Rigby.
Yeah.
This is right in his wheelhouse.
Sachs just quickly
Speaking
says
of
all
wheel,
in.
Snap rips.
Rigby.
Hasn't folded yet, Maria. Does block 7-6, ace deuce. The nuttier hands that Sachs would like to snap shove with. I mean, you're gonna have to take over.
I mean, this just is a situation where I think Rigby is more just thinking, why couldn't I help myself from just checking the river? But
I
also
had you on the turn.
He did.
yeah, just doesn't understand the check back on the turn out of Sachs and then the
Be
snap shove,
reckless enough to bluff here.
because he thinks that Sachs would have bet a lot of other hands on the turn with the flush draw and straight draw out there. Hands that he thinks if it had a 7 beat wouldn't have checked back the turn. But also, I just really don't think that the way that things have gone down at this point, that Rigby is on the top of anybody's list of people to bluff. So when you have to factor that in, that Rigby seems very willing to call people.
You think he's maybe taking
Or
more
could
of a
be.
little timeout here?
I mean, people are just going to be under bluffing somebody with the reputation that Rigby has. And so even though this line doesn't completely make a lot of sense to Rigby, and that he has some blockers as well, I just don't really think that.
Tables have turned for Nicholas Rigby. Not long ago had almost 8 million chips. Now is down to 2.25. Potentially on the verge of a cataclysmic disaster.
You don't want to go out like this, Rigby. And I mean, even though he does have Sachs covered, it's not by much. Wouldn't be left.
Do you think he's really thinking about it, Maria? Is he just mourning his fallen soldiers?
It's maybe a little bit of both, to be honest.
A little rest and recovery before the dinner break?
Maybe he thinks he could just tank until the dinner break so he doesn't have to play any more hands and
good point.
can regroup.
Definitely not a bad strategy. I'll tell you what, Maria. Calling the clock on Nicholas Rigby has to be a very scary proposition for the players at the table.
Boy, his condos have kind of turned into a strip mall.
It's going to turn into a shelter if he doesn't find the right decision here, and he's taking a long time. Can't make sense of Sachs' shove.
No. It was very clear. No.
I actually think that when Sachs snap shoves against Rigby, it actually just feels strong more than anything.
Yeah, Sachs here in this hand, unlike with Heidorn, Sachs looks very comfortable.
Can Rigby pick up on that?
Rigby's certainly somebody that I think can level himself in spots like these. But again, I just think that when you have the type of reputation that Rigby has, people are not going to be trying to bluff you too often.
Very good point.
And it's not just, you know, a check and a bet. It's a bet and a shove, and many players unwilling to take that line, you know, facing a bet to shove without it. Because Rigby already has chips invested versus when it seems like
You've ace deuce?
might be on to
That,
something.
he finally asks. Yeah.
Jack queen.
I think Queen Jack is more likely to barrel on the turn than check back.
Rigby finding hands he can beat. There's not many.
There really isn't many. And I feel like when you have to look this hard for hands you can beat,
6-7 would be gross.
you
6-7.
probably beat.
That'd be gross.
You see the little clock by his hand, 5 minutes and 6 seconds and counting in the tank. Still, no clock has been called, though.
Any player
I
has the
wouldn't.
right.
I wouldn't want to do it if I was there.
I think 5 minutes is fair, though. I feel like if anybody started calling clock now, you can't blame them.
Clock, main stage.
Okay. It has been called.
Don't say nothing because it's 3 minutes. One more hand.
Wait for
Yeah.
the tournament official to come over.
Yeah, not surprised. It's been a really long time.
I don't even know what it's talking about. It's been 10 minutes. No, I know. I'm kidding.
The players taking a stretch. And Maria, all these players looking on. Little did they know Rigby just has ace-7 here.
Has it been a reasonable amount of time?
Yes.
Be 30 seconds. We'll count down the last 5 of those.
Yeah, thinks better of it finally.
We're going to see it anyways.
I know.
Jacob Sachs, up to 3 million. That's a lot of buy-ins on
So
DraftKings.
sick.
Thank you, man.
Rigby seems like a
We're going to
shadow
dinner in
of
2
its
minutes.
Yeah,
former
it's like-
self.
You're a clown, but whatever.
Yeah. It's kind of absurd that you just called that.
Who would have
It wasn't
thought
even your
Sachs
time,
should have
yeah.
more chips than Rigby at this feature table?
Thanks for calling the clock.
You're welcome. It almost got you a call.
No, he has not get you.
All right, $2.25 million to work with.
I mean, you guys are absurd, man. It was literally a 10-minute hand.
You're not involved. We're
What do
going
you
to
know?
break.
There's one
You're
hand?
playing one hand. We're going to play one more hand. You're not even
I mean,
in
all
it.
years
that's
people
the
were
only-
just like calling clock. It's a joke. Like, I
Ridiculous.
faster than anyone in the fucking tournament. You're going to call clock there.
I felt like it was warranted.
It was like, it wasn't even 10 minutes.
It was literally 11 minutes, man.
What's up? Do I need to?
I think Rigby was trying to stall till dinner.
I don't know how I feel sometimes about people getting upset about somebody calling the clock. I mean, I know there's certain situations
So there are.
where it's not warranted to call the clock. You know, maybe the situation with Chance yesterday. But I think it's within a player's right.
Absolutely. It's everybody's time. It's just not the 2 players or however many in the hand's time. It's everyone's time.
I do understand that Rigby
You see this
does
shit?
Bunch of
act
children.
very
I
quickly.
fucking call his clock.
You guys don't know the rules of the game?
But you're right. 5. It became 6 minutes.
I love it.
No, of course it hurt
We're
me.
so tilted.
I think
can you be
Sachs
this
is upset
tilted?
about the clock getting called because he thinks it could cost him the payoff.
I just think it's hilarious how mad you are. Like, you got 500K on the river. The guy was never calling you.
I just,
You fucking binked the flop suit 4 and you're like so tilted about me calling clock, bro. You're like so tilted about me calling clock. We waited 11 minutes for the hand. Like, you guys are both out of line, actually. Like, I
I'm out
wanted
of line.
I wanted to get a couple hands in.
I'll take
Sorry.
the under fucking 11 minutes for whatever
yeah, I'll
you
take
want. Are
way
you
under
serious?
11 minutes, though.
God, why do we have to go on the dinner break now?
I know, right?
I should be thanking you. I think you saved my
Yeah, I
tournament
think
life
you
there,
saved
so.
his life. Exactly. That. Why would I not be upset? Ridiculous.
Don't be yourself.
Would you have 10s?
You guys are hilarious.
You just, I'll find out anyway.
You needed the river.
I need a river, king 10 or something. I mean, it's like
The highlight of my day.
it's like the most absurd thing I've ever seen.
I guess it's just crazy to want to get 4 more hands before dinner break.
You just got 2 more hands.
Sorry, man. Like, don't take 14 minutes in a fucking hand. Like,
Oh, it just keeps you keep adding 3 minutes. Next thing was a whole fucking
Yeah,
level.
it was the
I
entire
said,
level.
literally, we're
I don't
tanking.
care. I'm not angry. He's mad with you.
Yeah, I've just never
I'm
seen
still in
somebody
cozy.
You're not angry, but you're
win a
calling me a
pot
clown
after
and saying the
killing a
F word and
veteran.
everything.
I'm not angry because you are a clown. It was a joke that you called time. You're mad because I got you with trip aces. Now you want to like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
why I'm mad.
That's fine. Okay, it doesn't
I'm not
matter. I
mad
don't
at
care.
all. I think it's
Ace high.
hilarious.
Some bad blood potentially here.
All right, everybody needs to meditate on break.
Good time for a break.
Some breathing exercises.
Check.
We'll do all of you.
Have a nice
some-
dinner, everyone.
Maybe get some cookies.
Ryan will have